I'm sitting here at one of my newfound favorite places in Mae Sot, Thailand, Namaste Cafe, enjoying a cup of masala chai. It's a really hot day today, so I should probably have a cold drink instead, but I love the chai so much I couldn't help myself. And I'm here to shoot a quick video introducing you to what may be my new absolute best friend in the entire world. And here it is. That instantly begs three questions, of course. What is it? Where did it come from? And why is this my new best friend? What is it? This is a JBL Clip 3 Bluetooth speaker. And where did it come from? This came in the mail yesterday. I opened up a package that arrived at the guest house, and this lovely item was inside that, and it was sent to me by an anonymous donor who watches my videos. And I guess this donor knows me well enough to know that I love technology, and must have looked deep into my soul because he knew even more than I did how much I needed one of these in my life. This falls into the category of a lot of technology that you may not even know that you need it. You may actively think, you don't need it. But that's until you get one of these in your hands and you start to understand what it is, what it can do, and the kind of role that it can play in your life. And I've experienced all of those stages very quickly in the short time since this arrived yesterday, and I am absolutely in love with this device. I'm not going to do a traditional review of this Bluetooth speaker, because to be honest, I don't know enough about Bluetooth speakers to be able to review it. I've never had a Bluetooth speaker before. I didn't really even understand how they worked or what you could do with them. I remember seeing people in hostels, especially I was in Kuala Lumpur, staying at this hostel, and there would be big social groups of people staying there, and I would see someone pull something out of their bag and put it on the table, and it looked like a speaker, and then everybody was playing with their phones, and then music would start playing over the speaker. And to me, it was magic. I actually had no idea where the music was coming from, that, the music was being transmitted via Bluetooth from their phones to that speaker. I mean, I had a vague sense that that was what was going on, but I didn't really understand it. It all just seemed like magic to me from a distance. So everything I'm going to say about this device is more from the point of view of someone who has never seen one before and has no idea what they are. That basic, because up until yesterday, that's who I was. Of course, Bluetooth is a kind of communication device, communication protocol, whereby you can connect electronic devices together and they communicate with each other via Bluetooth. And in this case, you could connect this speaker to anything that has Bluetooth, most commonly to a smartphone. So basically all you do is you turn on Bluetooth on your phone. You have to go into the settings and turn Bluetooth on. And once Bluetooth is on, your phone will scan for any Bluetooth devices that are in the neighborhood. So once you have Bluetooth on your phone on, you turn the speaker on, and on the speaker, there is a Bluetooth button right here. You click on the Bluetooth button. They call that the pairing button, and that sends out a signal which your phone picks up, and then this speaker suddenly appears on the Bluetooth list. You click on it, and you get a message that says, would you like to pair this speaker with this phone? And you say yes, and it's that simple. I've used Bluetooth in the past, but it was usually for more complicated things, I guess. And what you had to do was insert a code. So once you got a Bluetooth signal, it would transmit a pairing code to the other device, and then you have to take that code and input it, and then you can link them together. And you would be doing that for anything that has any kind of a security or privacy risk. But of course, a speaker doesn't have any risk at all. All it does is play music. So there's no need for any kind of a special code to pair them. Once it shows up on your phone, you just click on it, pair it, and you're done. And that's all you need to do. So pairing this speaker with my phone was a lot easier than I expected. And the ease of use continued as I played around with it, because once I paired it with a specific phone, I never had to pair it again. So once it was paired and my phone was on, as soon as I turn on the speaker, they automatically connect. I don't have to actively do anything. So, my normal routine in the morning is very simple. I wake up, and the very first thing I do most of the time is lean over to my phone and start playing a podcast. It's the first thing I do in the morning. I just turn it on, hit a podcast, it starts playing, and then as I go about my morning routine, I carry my phone around with me. Sometimes I'll go over to my fridge where I have my kettle and my coffee all on top of the fridge and then on the table. And I'll bring my phone over there and put it down on the table. So I'm listening to the podcast as I'm making my coffee. Then if I go into the bathroom to take a shower, I'll bring my phone in there. I actually have a special phone dedicated only to podcasts. That's all I use that phone for. So it's I don't mind carrying it into wet or dangerous situations like making coffee and taking a shower. But still, I'm carrying this phone, a very delicate sort of device, into the shower, putting it into this pocket that I have attached to a towel rack to try to keep it out of the way of the water. And then I'm listening to the podcast as I'm taking a shower and as I'm shaving, brushing my teeth, whatever I'm doing. And then I'm, again, carrying the phone all around everywhere I go while I listen to the podcast. But now I discovered that I don't have to do any of that. My phone just stays exactly where it is on the bedside table. I hit play on the podcast. The podcast starts playing over, this device. And then I can just happily carry this around everywhere I want to go. And it's much more rugged, easier to hold on to. This particular model, the Clip from JBL, this is the Clip 3. It has, a clip, a carabiner at the top here. So you can just sort of clip that onto anything you like. So when I go into the bathroom, I just clip it onto my toiletry kit or the towel rack or wherever I want to clip it. And it's very convenient for that reason. It even won a Red Dot Design Award from 2018, for the design of this. So the clip is very handy, and it is completely waterproof. So in fact, you could hang this from your shower and it wouldn't matter. Even if it gets drenched in water, it continues to play, which is very handy. It can go underwater for a little while, and even that won't hurt it. So the whole thing is rubberized, very tough, has a sticky base. So when you put it down on a table or a surface, it doesn't slide, stays right there. And of course, the sound is amazing. I'm not going to tell you that it sounds better than any other Bluetooth speaker. I've never had one before, like I said. And JBL has since come up with the Clip 4 and Clip 5. Maybe there's a Clip 6, I don't know. And maybe the sound has got better and better with subsequent models. But to me, it sounds extraordinary. I listen to a lot of movies and TV shows on my phone as well. And I use this all the time because the sound is so much better than what I get from my phone's speakers. Same thing for music. So it's rugged, easy to carry around, waterproof. It has the clip. But the one thing that may have stopped me from getting one of these in the past was this sense that it's just too complicated to use. Like now I've got this playing over I've got a podcast playing over the speaker. But what if I want to stop the podcast? I'm in the bathroom. When I have my phone in there and I want to pause it, Well, I got the phone, I just hit pause, and I paused the podcast. But what about the speaker? Like, now, do I have to walk all the way back out into the bedroom, find my phone, hit pause? Like, am I still tethered to my phone? No, it turns out I'm not. And I was amazed to learn this. Right on the screen here, there are 3 buttons. So this is a volume control. You can lower the volume, increase the volume, and right in the middle there's a play button. So once I start playing anything on my phone, whether it's a movie, YouTube video, podcast, anything I'm playing, this button pauses and plays everything on my phone. So in fact, all the controls I need are right on this device as well. So I can go into the bathroom, it's not loud enough, I can increase the volume, decrease the volume, pause it, play it again. It really does a lot more than I expected. And because of that ability, I just find myself using it constantly now. Just constantly now. When, I've had it for one day, and I never put this thing down, you know. I carry it everywhere I go. This is very, very cool. And to be honest, I think that is about it. I could go on and do a complete demo of all the buttons and all the features and how you charge it, the pairing process, all of that, but there's really no point doing all of that. I think everyone out there in the world knows 10 times more about Bluetooth already than I do, so this would all be old news. I just wanted to highlight just how amazing I think this device is from a design and functionality and usability point of view. It surprises me just how useful it is. In terms of battery life, it's listed as 10 hours on the box, that the battery, after charging it, you get 10 hours of battery life. That's at 50% volume. And that's kind of another interesting thing about this device I noticed. I was wondering how you control the volume, because now you've got 2 volume controls, the one here and the one on the phone. And you know how you can get mixed up that way? You know, how do you set your phone volume setting, and then how does it interact with the volume setting on this thing? But it turns out they're exactly the same. I noticed that when I raise and lower the volume on here, with these buttons, the volume on my phone is going up and down. So there really is only one volume setting between them, and this controls both of them at the same time. So that's another very convenient thing. And that's it for a quick look at the new piece of technology in my life, my new best friend, as I call it, the JBL Clip 3. Thank you, of course, to my anonymous donor who sent it my way. Absolutely love this thing. I can see it going with me everywhere I go, from now on. Very, very cool.